Welcome everybody, Mr. Reality for another sci-fi drop number 4. How you doing, Miss Liz Cross?
Oh, great. Thank you.
We appreciate all your comments, your suggestions. We read them all. Thank you very much. This is another episode. Hopefully we'll get through some answers real quick. Everybody knows the Voynich manuscript, but the lesser known one is called the Rohank Codex, which is an illustrated manuscript also found old a while back in I think the 19th century in Hungary. And it's an undecipherable language with a lot of Christian, pagan, military imagery in it, and people don't know if they're ciphers or words or what. But I thought, can we get into the authorship of this Rohank Codex, Liz?
Yeah, okay, sure. It was a sage that wrote this.
Was the sage on drugs?
No, this is old.
Was he copying it from earlier texts that have been forgotten?
Were you copying this from other texts that have been forgotten? Some of it, yes.
Is there a cipher to it, like a Stone that hasn't yet been found?
Oh, was there a cipher or was it? No, no, this guy was a medium.
Ah, who was he getting the information from?
Who are you getting? He has no idea at the time of
It was
getting
just
it.
one guy.
Was it just one guy? Yes,
How long did this take him? It's a like 400-page book.
years. How many years did this take you? Oh, a good 10, 15 years.
So
15.
what's the esoteric kind of message that he's trying to convey in it?
That there's evil lurking out there and that you are to protect yourself from the evil.
Was the script ever spoken aloud? Could he read it? Could he decipher it?
Could you decipher it? I mean, this is his own sort of, did you create this thing? This is a very small language that is no longer around, but this very small language of a very small remote community that died out years and years and years ago.
Okay, so he wrote it, but he speak it? Did he know of it or did he channel it?
Did you speak this? Yes. Did you channel this? No, this is his language. Um, and did you who are you channeling now that you say you didn't know at the time, but do you know now? Yes. I mean, he believes he was channeling source.
Was he?
Was he channeling source? Yes, he was.
Who was the intended audience for it? Like just his friends, his followers, his to get it out of his head?
Who were the intended audience? He wanted to submit it to like the church or the religious sect at the time, but they dismissed it.
Will we ever figure out what he said in it? Will it ever be decoded?
Will it ever be decoded? One day, but you would have to like well, can we find this lost language? No, that's gone. So one day what somebody will run their finger over the text or connect with this book and then re-channel like the book.
Wow. 13th century, it says here. That's pretty cool. All right, the next one is called a Bunyip, and it's an Australian legendary creature from Aboriginal mythology said to inhabit the swamps there, billabongs, and riverbeds. And the descriptions vary from
Hmm.
like a giant seal-like monster to a dog-faced aquatic being, and some think that it might be a shapeshifter. But I wondered if we could bring in the energy of the Bunyip and see, is that real?
No, it's a conscious mind construct.
Was it ever real, or did the Aboriginals make it up through some type of hallucinogenic trip?
Did they ever? No, no, no. They believed in this thing, the Bunya. Did you ever see it? They believed they saw shadows of it, but this is more like folklore. that has just been passed, along through many generations. It's changed a lot through the generations, but no, this beast does not exist.
How about the Aboriginals there in Australia now? What is the state of mm, their livelihood?
Well, there's lots of different, levels. There's Aboriginals, what I'm getting, that are fully integrated into society. They're accepted like this modern existence of, Australia. And then there are still tribal Aboriginals. They do not live very well. They're very poor. Their housing is unstable. Um, they're very prone to addictions, especially addictions to alcohol, is what I'm getting. They're not, they don't believe in education. I feel that there's a big fight between the government and the Aboriginals over education, and to maintain their way of life, which, the Aborigines are a dying breed, is what I'm getting
Hmm.
from Spirit, that in another, how many, 100 years, about 100 to 150 years, that whole identity of our Aboriginal will have disappeared.
Are Aboriginal people in general like newer souls, newer human incarnation souls? I mean, I'm trying to figure out if you get where do you come in from an animal to a human? Is it an
Mm.
Aboriginal person or
Like indigenous, right?
right?
That's a good question. So let's ask, where does the human souls, like relatively young souls, come in? Do they come in these indigenous? Yeah, they can. Yes, they can. They also come into developing countries where things are very difficult. Food is scarce. People are poor. They're in war-torn areas. Yes, those tend to be. So, on the whole, are those always young souls? I mean, yes, they are, because more evolved souls know that those types of life lessons are not really necessary.
Okay. Well, thank you. I wanted to move on to the Boudica. Boudica was also known as a Welsh queen from early first century Britain and led a revolt against the Roman Empire, purportedly because one of her daughters was raped by a Roman soldier. And I wanted to see if we could bring in Boudica and her daughters and find out what their life was like.
Okay, yep, I have them here.
How is she?
She's so excited to be here.
I want to do a longer conversation with her, but I wanted to talk about her daughters this time. Were they actually murdered during this assault?
We've actually multi-trained. Eventually, yes.
Were they involved in the rebellion?
They led the rebellion.
Where was her position in the rebellion?
Where was your position in the rebellion? She encouraged the locals to take up arms by any means possible. This was an ongoing problem. Women being sexually assaulted, um, lots of, pregnant girls. This was a problem with the soldiers. Yes, so she did kill some soldiers. She did. They took them by an element of surprise. But I mean, she wasn't that revolt didn't last long.
What was the life lesson that she planned to come into that lifetime?
What was the life lesson? To be a leader, to stand up for what's right, to stand up for women's rights. The men weren't really doing anything about the problem. And she wanted to show that women could be strong, stronger than men in some cases. And that was what this was all about. It was about finding strength through her light.
Was she a prophet or a psychic or a medium in that lifetime?
Ooh, were you a prophet or psychic or medium? No.
Did her did she die in battle?
Did you die in battle? Yes.
And has she incarnated is she incarnated now?
Are you currently incarnated? She actually is.
Is she seeing anybody? Can she call me?
Um, I feel like she's in France at the moment,
Oh, okay.
and she's a
Um,
French politician.
oh, well, I guess that there goes my chances there. Are there any real like stories about her, or is everything pretty much been manufactured and hyperbole?
Are there any real? I mean, the resistance, the revolt, yes, that is real. But of course, there are a lot of spin-off stories, but the main theme is still the same.
Shakespeare wrote a play, Boudica, and the daughters were Epona and Bonvica. Were those really her daughters' names?
No,
No, he just made those up. Does she
yes.
feel she's accurately represented in history?
No, she doesn't feel she's accurately represented in history. She feels let down by the historians.
Well, if she wants to set the record straight, go ahead.
Um, there was a lot of resistance to her taking up arms. They had to meet in secret. Men were plotting to kill her. They just believed that women should just take whatever was coming to them. They shouldn't complain because they were outnumbered and they were obviously didn't have the same military strength, but she stood up to everybody.
Is she a male or a female in this French incarnation now, where she's in a government capacity?
She's a female.
And does that kind of desire carry over from lifetime to lifetime from her incarnation as Boudica?
Oh, does that desire carry over? Always carries over, yes.
What would she like to see accomplished this time?
What would you like to see accomplished this time? Just more recognition and more inspiration for women to enter politics.
What is she doing to champion that now?
Just making it a safe space for women. Oftentimes, she says the political arena is not a safe space for women. They really don't want women in politics, but she says her personal thoughts, feelings, and opinions are that things run better when women are in charge.
Well, I appreciate and applaud her efforts. I want to move on to the next one. This is Ezekiel's wheel, famous in the Bible for the Old Testament, a prophet describing this bizarre vision where he saw wheels within wheels and faces upon turning entities accompanied by divine beings that he might thought were angelic. Many, many such sightings. It's also been in like ancient astronaut shows. So I don't know. I want to know, can we bring in Ezekiel? Was that a real person? Did he see a real thing?
Is that a real person, Ezekiel? Yes. Did you see? Yes, but now believes it was some sort of evil spirit.
Huh. Is Ezekiel was a real person, you're saying?
Yes.
Wow. And did he feel is he incarnated now?
No.
Huh. Interesting. All right. I want to know, can he see now what it was? Can he give us a better description of it now in spirit form, that what he saw instead of the kind of fantastical imagery?
What would be the better description now? It was a portal to hell.
Okay, a little dramatic. I said without Extra flavor. I want him to be a little bit more physical describing as opposed to it's up, there's no hell, so we disagree with that. But is he very religious now? Can he separate himself from that, personality of Ezekiel where he was thought he thought it was angels, now it's hell?
Do you, are you still Ezekiel, in your subsequent lifetimes? No. Um, are you no, not very religious at all now.
So what's the origin of his statement? It's a portal to hell.
Well, now he knows that it was the dark playing a trick to entice people in that era. But at the time, it looked magnificent.
Okay, but tell us exactly, what did it really look like, Ezekiel, sir?
What did it really look like? It looks like large black orbs on fire.
How many orbs?
How many orbs? Four.
How close were you to these orbs?
They were encircling him.
Oh, about how far could you touch them, reaching out your hand?
Did you touch them? No.
Did they speak to you mentally?
Did they speak to you mentally? No.
Hmm. Did they have faces? You said maybe they might have been angels or faces or heads of a lion, I think.
Did they have faces? No. Did they have, did they speak? No, no. It was left to him to interpret what he saw.
Okay, let's go to the source. Liz, let's talk to the wheel.
Oh my God. Okay.
What are
Yes,
you?
definitely darkness.
Are you an extraterrestrial agency? Are you demonic in nature?
Are you demonic? Not as bad as demonic, but it's definitely a tool of the dark.
Is it not extraterrestrial?
Are you ET? No, it's not ET.
What was its goal in appearing to Ezekiel? Just to be noticed?
Ezekiel could see. He was a bit of a seer. So,
Okay.
um, yeah, but these things were floating around a lot.
Did they appear to other people, or could they just appear to Ezekiel because he was a seer?
Did they? No, they appeared to other people. But
Are
most
they
people
still
at the
appearing?
time were, uneducated, could not really explain something like that.
Are they still appearing?
No.
Okay. Thanks, Ezekiel. We'll talk to you again soon. The last one, Tartaria, the mystery behind the lost empire, supposedly a global empire that existed before modern empire existed, and then it was wiped out in like a mud slime pit.
Hmm.
I don't know. So, Tartaria, was it really a real empire, or was it just a misidentification of some ambiguity in maps?
Was it a real empire? No, 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 this did not really exist.
It didn't exist. What was the motivation behind it being pushed in popular culture? Like it seems like after 2013, the myths started coming out. Who's trying to popularize this idea of like this alternative fake history rabbit hole?
Who's trying to popularize the idea of this? The dark. They want you to believe that these things existed. And then when you get to the point that you believe that they existed, they will tell you that they were ET controlled, ETs, the same old trickery that they do.
How strongly are they? Because it's a pretty significant portion of people that are diving down this rabbit hole. How can people get out of it or maybe not believe this?
Hmm. How do people, so sorry, the question would be, how do
For
like
people
we
out there
get
that are in
people
it.
to move away from believing in
Yeah.
this?
Yeah.
You won't. Because even if you do, there'll be another like conspiracy theory right behind it.
Yeah, I always say practice discernment. And, instead of blindly believing what everyone's putting out there, you have to do a little bit more research on your own because people want you to believe them and follow them, particularly now. And it's preventing people from thinking for themselves. So, how can people better think for themselves and get, I don't know, more deeply into research these days, particularly in our quick copy paste society?
I mean, these are the types of things that you really just can't prove. I mean, whether or not they existed without archaeological proof of their existence, but people will always entertain these types of stories.
Just practice discernment. Just don't believe everything you read because there's a lot of people trying to make you believe something that's not true. Liz, it's always fun to do these. I appreciate your time. Each one of you out there, thanks for your comments. Like, share, subscribe, send this to a friend so that if they're in the Tartaria rabbit hole, you can help pull them out. Thanks so
Oh,
much, Liz.
thank you, Mr. Reality. And don't forget, Mr. Reality has a tip jar listed down below. He puts these together for us. So thank you.
We'll see you next time.